Mac here with another N5 grammar lesson. Going over some particles today, some sentence ending particles. And please imagine, to start off, your Japanese friends want to take you to a nice restaurant for your birthday. And so your Japanese friend comes up to you and asks, "Kinyobi ka doyobi restaurant ni ikimasen ka?" And okay, so kinyobi is Friday, doyobi is Saturday, restaurant is restaurant, and ikimasen is won't you come? And it sounds like she's asking a question. So Friday, Saturday, to the restaurant, won't you come? And that's basically what that ka particle is at the end. If you're going to ask a question, we need the basic question marker, and that's the first use of ka that we're going to go over today. And this is just the basic question marker. For example, this sentence, "Nani o tabete imasu ka?" is what are you eating? What is that strange thing? And ka is the most to put it frankly, is the most correct question marker. It's what you're going to see on the JLPT. But out and about in real world, casually, you're going to hear no a lot more. So, for example, if this was your friend asking you this question, very close friend, they would ask something like, "Nani o tabete iru no?" Tabete iru no? What are you eating? That no. And of course, be careful. You want to put the intonation up. For Japanese questions, intonation always goes up. And so yeah, you'll hear no more casually on the street, so to speak. There's another sentence ending particle, kai, that's used by older gentlemen, a lot older gentlemen. For example, the Harry Potter character Dumbledore uses kai a lot. He speaks very mixed up, not mixed up, but very kind of oldish Japanese, and he uses kai at the end of his questions a lot. So you'll hear those two basic question markers depending on the situation. If someone's asking you questions, but very politely they will use the ka. Now, what about the other ka in the sentence? Again, like I translated before, kinyobi is Friday, doyobi Saturday, restaurant ni, to the restaurant, ikimasen ka, won't you come, won't you go to the restaurant? So does it mean and Friday and Saturday come to the restaurant with me? That doesn't really quite make sense. How about or? Friday or Saturday, won't you come to the restaurant with me? That makes a little bit more sense. And that is actually the second use of ka that you need to know. It has a basic meaning of or. It's used to mark alternatives. For example, in this sentence, hima ka, hima janai ka wakarimasen. I don't know if I'm free or not. If he literally translated that sentence, it would be free or not free, I don't understand. But a little bit more conversational English would be, I don't know if I'm free or not on a particular day. If someone's asking you, are you free Friday? I don't know if I'm free or not. You could use this sentence. Okay, pop quiz. Can you translate this sentence? Kiyomizudera ka kinkakuji ni ikimasu. So the English translation would be, I'm going to Kiyomizu Temple or Kinkaku Temple. Now, let's go back to the restaurant. You're at the restaurant, and the food comes, and it's this food here on the right. This is actually takoyaki, which is a very famous dish in the Kansai area. Basically, piece of octopus in the middle of the ball, doughy ball, very hot, very unhealthy, but very good. And you probably won't see it at a restaurant, but you'll see it at a lot of food stands. You will see it at some restaurants. You can get takoyaki. And so, but at first it looks a little strange, and there's octopus in it. That's a little weird. So you might be a little hesitant to eat this kind of food. So your Japanese friend says, "Oishii yo," in a very encouraging way. Oishii, of course, means delicious. And you're not sure about this strange food. Your friend wants to assure you that it's delicious, wants to tell you in a strong way, hey, this is really delicious food. You want to eat takoyaki. And that's what the yo particle is there for, that last remaining particle. The particle is used to assure someone. It kind of a good translation of it is, I'm telling you this. A few people make the mistake that yo is the exclamation point in Japanese, and that's not quite the exact purpose that it serves. It's more like you're giving new information, and the speaker feels like that new information is important, and you need to, the listener needs to hear that in order to have a good time, or in some situation, that information is important to the listener. So, for example, this sentence, "Ame ga futemasu yo," is, hey, it's raining out. I'm telling you, it's raining out. You need to go get an umbrella. It's not, you shouldn't just go outside without an umbrella and hope to walk home and be completely dry. It's raining outside. All right, pop quiz. Can you translate this sentence? Doko ni ikimasu ka? Doko ni ikimasu ka? English translation would be, where are you going? So doko is where, ikimasu ka is go. And of course, ka is the question marker. Now, let's go back to the restaurant, and your very, very feminine female friend also wants to assure you. She says, "Oishii wa yo." And so this is kind of confusing. What is this? Nani sore? What's up with wa? Your very feminine female friend also wants to assure you that the takoyaki is delicious, and she's a very overly feminine woman, or an older woman. And so this wa particle is the female sentence ending particle. It's a little strange. It provides a little bit weaker assurance. From my personal experience, it's used to be more friendly, or to show that a character in a particular book or movie or something, anime or manga, is very feminine, to give off that kind of presence that this person's very feminine as a character. In day-to-day, daily conversation, this doesn't come up so much. Some older women will use it in the standard dialect, but it is used a little bit differently in the Kansai dialect, which is something that I hear every day. And so in different dialects, it's used in different ways. Actually, in the Kansai dialect, both men and women will use it, and it doesn't have this female connotation. But in other dialects, it's used and it's very feminine. So, for example, this sentence, "Kyou wa atsui wa yo," means it's very hot today. Be careful. Maybe you should stay inside. And again, this is very similar to yo, but doesn't replace it. It would be used sometimes with yo or ne, and if they're used together, then the wa goes first. Ladies first. All right, next. Pop quiz. Can you translate this sentence? Shinkansen wa takai da yo. Shinkansen wa takai da yo. Translation would be, I'm telling you the bullet train is expensive. It's expensive. All right. One last time, we're going to go back to the restaurant. You've tried the takoyaki. You love it. It's great. It's really good food. And your friend now says, "Oishii ne." Kind of, "Oishii ne." And you know it's good because you've tried it. You've tried the takoyaki. And you don't need to be assured. You don't need to have that new information. Your friend wants to express his or her feeling about the food and wants to get some kind of agreement. Oishii ne, hey, agree with me. This is really good, don't you think? It's good. It's some good food. Is kind of what your friend is trying to convey here. And so, yeah, ne, it means you know. It's similar to a, or isn't it, or don't you. These tag questions that people use in English to get an agreement or get an opinion from someone. And an excellent way to start a conversation with someone on a very cold day. You can, weather is always a safe topic to start with. You could say, "Samui ne," and then kind of continue the conversation about how cold it is. So the next time you're standing outside and it's freezing next to someone that speaks Japanese, you can use this to start the conversation. All right. One last pop quiz. Can you translate this sentence? Karaoke wa omoshiroi wa. Karaoke wa omoshiroi wa. Translation would be, and I'm going to use the English pronunciation here, karaoke is fun, as we say in English. Karaoke is fun. With a feminine kind of feeling. Again, this wa it's a little overly feminine. It's to show friendliness and kind of a feminine feeling, and that you can add to the end of a sentence. Finally, all right, do you remember the uses of ka, wa, yo, and ne? Let's go over them one last time before we finish today. Two uses of ka. The first one is the basic question marker, although other question markers are used. And the second use of ka is to mean or. It's used to mark alternatives in a sentence. It can be used after nouns, or it can be used actually after sentences. And yo is a particle used to assure someone, I'm telling you, you're giving new information to someone about something, you're giving a warning or something. Wa is the female sentence ending particle. It's a little bit weaker assurance. It's friendly. It's meant to sound more feminine. And finally, ne. You know, it's similar to a, or isn't it, or don't you. And that's it. Try these particles out today in your daily conversation. Give them a try and practice them. Until next time. This has been a grammar explanation video from the JLPT Bootcamp Premium site. Inside the site, you will find some extra goodies, for example, some cheat sheets for all of the videos. And those cheat sheets include a few things. For example, some common mistakes that people make, as well as some example test questions for the JLPT. If you're interested in taking the JLPT and you want that extra edge, something to kind of push you above and get the points that you need to pass, I encourage you to stop by the website at jlptbootcamp.com/premium. There you can find the cheat sheets as well as some extra practice with the grammar points that I've been talking about today. Hope to see you in the premium site very soon. This has been Mac from jlptbootcamp.com.